In particular, how you feeling?
Yeah, it's like the wish list got kind of checked off there, right? Notice on the Wraith King, better scaling hero, sort of things that Reza really wanted to see. Gets it. And the cooldowns, I think, is a great point to make. Certainly a major concern here for Team Spirit.
Well, look at now the dead shot to push him on back. All right, we're starting off fast. Team's ready to battle it out up here along the top side of the map.
You guys might have noticed there. Silent was in that booth for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Picks finished, G's out of there. All right, Virtus.pro, they got the headsets on, whatever. Silent was in there until they were loading in. He took the maximum amount of time there as the coach, and he was given a full-on speech of how to play this game.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, to me, that makes it feel like maybe your draft didn't go that well. Like, I mean, like, if you need that much instruction on how to play, right? Like,
I mean, different.
Are we lacking some confidence here, or maybe he's just like, listen to me.
Yeah.
We are the better team. Okay, we came in here as favorites.
Are you trying to recreate his speech now? The motivational speech going on?
I couldn't because he's clearly so good at it that they already won a TI.
I thought it was because he was speaking a different language, but yeah. A little bit of a horn sounds from inside the hall as we are off to the races. And right at the get-go, looks like it's going to be, is that 2 apiece? No, Team Spirit able to sneak one extra one away for themselves. So 3 bounty runes go in their direction.
Well, they keep getting advantages at the start of these games. Usually it's been the wards. Now they get another bounty rune. Virtus.pro do get an observer, though. Sayush gets kill on one.
Apparently they don't get to come to lane. And they're going to body block these creeps, so it's going to push in under the tower. And he had to actually TP on Kiritich. Wait a minute.
Oh, I love this play.
FNG, they take Gush level 1. We're taking that first blood for himself. Collapse has had a very frustrating couple of games. He's ready to have a good one for himself on Tidehunter.
I mean, he loved last game, let's be real.
That's fair.
He was just farming the whole time. That was the recovery game after the Spirit Breaker, you know? They gave him last pick, got Dawnbreaker, and he just got to farm the whole time.
True.
It's kind of like a little bit of a spa day for offlaners.
Oh, I like it.
You know, they just get to chill, farm, press their ulti when they have to fight.
Hit up the sauna.
Yeah.
It's nice.
This game, though, it's Virtus.pro back with the press ulti to fight in the sense of the Shadow Step here on that Spectre. The hero that won them game 1 makes a return here in game 3. See if it can push them through a little bit further in this upper bracket.
And it feels like you also have another, I mean, obviously the combination of the Grimstroke, Inkswell with it is going to be really strong once you hit those level 6s. But the other thing is a Coddle, right? Like another hero that likes to play very fast tempo, running around, throwing out those Illuminate blasts. I do want to see if they decide to change up the build though, because I'm assuming they're not going to be getting 2 urns. Spectre already has it queued up, and it looks like Coddle is going to be having to do without.
All right, so Dagon. Then,
yeah.
Obviously. Yeah, that's what makes the most sense.
I mean, I'm kind of down. That'd be fun.
We have a Tree Protector in this game, which I know everyone was so excited for today.
Yeah.
I mean, you haven't seen enough of this guy. So, Tree not getting banned makes it... All right.
Sayuch. It's okay. You need to warm up. It's fine.
That was the most insane shot. That's what he's aiming for.
Yeah. Let's try to hit that one.
He's a little bit crazy. Of course, Tree Protector, why is this hero so broken? Really good at moving through the Twin Gates. Very frustrating in the laning stage, especially against a lot of different melee heroes, but they have the Wraith King. That's part of the reasoning behind this pick. Maybe like your Wraith Kings or your CKs, like these strong melee heroes that can also go in the off lane. You might see them several times versus these Tree Protector 5s. Up top, though, stun leading off here into the call.
And good damage now onto Yadro. He's in trouble, actually. Starts to fall lower and lower, and with the skeletons, everybody coming into play. Yadro tries to get away, and actually he's going to get some distance. He's taking a long the walk onto the other side. The skeletons aren't stopping. They're going to hit him a few times and then chase him back to the tower. So Yadro comes to lane with I mean, if he dies right now, this is awful for Team Spirit, but if you can get away with it, it's solid.
Yeah, it's a serious concern here, but Sayush, instead of going for the kill, you'll see over there body blocking the small camp. So they went for a D-ward to try and stabilize the lane, but he just puts the body inside. So make sure that camp's not going to spawn, and that's just more trouble from Maposhka.
Still having good CS there as the push back behind the tower right now, and again, the nice little voice line spam that's coming out.
They're big Jam fans, I'm noticing here.
Cold Snap burns through all the mana. Squadix not very happy about that.
This is just a mid laner's mid right now. We got 10 denies versus 7 denies. A lot of range creep denies when I've been peeking in here.
Laurel taking the hits from the Coddle. Get some good damage. Yeah, a lot of denies there. And Invoker for the moment coming out slightly ahead in that streak. But at least for now, a kind of slow and steady, only that one kill given up at the beginning of the laning stage, feeling similar to what we saw in game number 1. But Collapse is definitely off to the races. Currently topping the CS charts, trying to get into that Meteor Hammer as they fear back in. Yadaro able to connect, tries to escape, gets out the far side. So the calling not able to do enough as Maposhka just beats away at Sage.
Great.
Doing what he can. Collapse down bottom, goes back in, decides to fight into FNG. Now the hit from range, not gonna connect on the Brambles though.
Barely able to escape there. As Collapse starts farming in towards that Meteor Hammer, you'll often see on Tidehunters try and push these towers down a little bit faster. Something we haven't seen a lot of today.
It's going in again. The Inkswell is going to hit. Collapse still barely surviving. He is living on such little HP. And Kirtich, actually with Gush coming back up, has to dodge away. Slowed down, but not enough for the kill. Man, that Ring of Health is getting value, but another hit, Mira. Not quite in range.
Ouch.
Throw out the dagger. Another one. The Inkswell moves forward, hit by the stick charge. Everybody's on such low HP. But the roll through the Twin Gate? No.
That's his last tango, too. Pass it over to Kirtich.
That was Roche through the Twin Gate. Sorry. That was the other heroes. Man, earn completed, though.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
They went double earn.
I mean, you know, sometimes it happens.
I thought they weren't going to be going. I mean, they're both faster than average. It's great, right?
Yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work here.
Well, we'll see. I mean, it feels like most of the time Spectre should be the one getting the charges with the Shadow Step in, but if they can both get some charges going, I guess it could be worse.
Honestly, with the fact that you get 2 and you get 1 if you died, it's not quite as bad as it used to be.
We're just coping here.
Cope.
6-minute mark coming around as the first power runes will spawn. And in position, Laurel's there to pick up the invis.
Still just the 1 kill. Oh, well, maybe.
Stun on the Yadaro. Damage from Squadix, trying to kill him with the Illuminate Blast. Will find the follow-up stun under tower, step forward, and it's going to be enough. Laurel made that move, and now Sage also going to be found and brought down.
I just noticed it.
Yeah, he's just out of there.
He's going back in. I don't know, trying to throw a random stun at or something, but he will be the one who survives and makes his way back to the Lotus Pool. So they rotate the kill Yadaro, but they lose 2. So not the best trade in the world here. Immediately, Yadaro TP's mid. He says, hey, you just stay up there, Laurel. You're a little bit busy, ganging for the Wisdom Rune. I'll go take your farm. But is he going to get it? Kaseusz is also here.
They're making the move with Maposhka in tow.
Oh, he's going for the stack at the same time.
On top of him. Yeah, steps into no man's land. The dead shot, but a couple more hits. Will he survive long enough? Tornado lift up and stolen Wisdom Rune. Now, can they get out? Maposhka, he's going to get stunned and killed as denied by the neutral. Nothing going. Virtus.pro's. Wait, it's a 2K gold lead at 7 minutes, and the Wisdom Rune is still there for them to take.
Yeah, FNG rotated as well. Squadix 2, they don't get the kill. The TP out as well.
Oh, and Ravage! Collapse just comes in, smile on his face, happy to see it. All going the way of Team Spirit here early.
And there were definitely some concerns of a bit of a snowball runaway here from Virtus.pro, right? If the lanes go a bit well, if you hit some combos. I wasn't sure where they put the Grimstroke because, we've seen some 5 Muertas, we've seen some 4 Grims, so there was a chance for like lots of like Inkswell stun combos or something with the Grim, but I think it's been a little bit more passive with the Muerta. And so that hasn't snowballed too crazily. And now going the other way, Collapse with this Meteor Hammer, like he's just going to be looking to constantly bully down this tower, and Kirtich can't do anything.
He's so farmed already. It's really going to be a problem for the side of Virtus.pro. We'll see how it goes. And also with these stacks being built up that you're seeing.
Yeah.
That is going to be real nice for Team Spirit. As a smoke from 2. Sage just going to TP out. Now, that could set up for something down bottom. They're moving on to Collapse. Want to connect onto him. No, there's no Ravage. Can they bring down the Tidehunter? They brought 4. Dodge. Collapse. Sidesteps. Gets out of there again. TP's in their face. Will it be enough to get out? No. It was a bold play by him.
This is what he's complaining about in all the vlogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're always after me. 4 heroes rotate down bottom to the Ravageless Tidehunter.
I mean, that's what happens when you're 1,000 gold of everybody else on the freaking game.
Yeah, that's a fair point. absolutely huge right now as the Fade Approach gets picked up here from Squadix. These mid keepers of the light, they like to run the early game, you know? They either want to be farming a bunch of stacks in the jungle, or they want to be making multiple kills on the side lanes, utilizing that solar bind. And so 0, 1, and 2, not really what you're looking for at 9 minutes.
No.
Let's see if Squadix can find some way to turn that around, but for now, it looks like it's just jungling time.
I mean, that definitely is going to help them out, obviously, but there's a lot of stacks in the jungle as well for Team Spirit to try and build into and get their first couple of items. The interesting thing to see here is 3 heroes mid for Team Spirit. Maybe trying to make a play, or I guess just get set up for the next round of power runes. They know that it's going to be a good one that's coming up. They already went past the invis on that cycling round of them.
Well, Notice is definitely getting space to farm, but I also feel like if they're going to make a Shadow Step play, it comes off the back of Notice just stunning someone. So I feel like if no one's playing near Notice, they're not actually going to be snowballing their Spectre all that much.
No, it's true.
And if the trade-off is that Yadro is just going to cleave the entire jungle of crazy stacks, it might not matter all too much.
Well,
but
Oshka getting any extra time here just to sort of try and counter push out against the tower. They already had to deny the one down bottom.
I mean, this is what Rezo brought up on the panel too, though. A lot of carries, they get pushed out by this.
Yeah.
Wraith King, he just throws the Skellies out and able to secure an advantage versus Train Protector that a lot of people aren't able to get. Then again, he's also only level 5.
All right, well,
no living armor.
Double Earn was not a problem, but double Radiance would definitely be a problem, as both Spectre and Wraith King have it queued up.
What we have here
is a failure to communicate. There's a couple of issues going on with Virtus.pro in terms of their itemization. We'll see if it ends up coming back to haunt them or not. But for now, Team Spirit still happy as clams, playing on a Tide Hunter that is juiced up.
We just need like medallions from both supports now, and we'd be set.
Ready. Well, it's still going to take a while, as there will be a Blade Mail coming out first for the Spec.
Well, Collapse has mission accomplished down bottom, and now that he's ready to come up here, again, they want to play around this idea of Notice initiating, not onto a Tide Hunter. Not who you're looking for the big Shadow Step plays.
Immediately onto Yadro with the Shadow Step there. They're finding him. Silence, connection,
nice
blinding light pushback. That is exactly what they needed.
Now retreat.
Get out, run! Dude, they get out and they forced a bunch of TPs. That's perfect for Virtus.pro.
Wow, that could not have gone much better. Meanwhile, Notice returns to the lane after retreating back a little bit there and sees a Tide Hunter there. Realizes, yeah, I'm just here for the farm, not the kills. But yeah, huge stuff there. Like there's one plan from Yadro. Looks like he did clean up a lot of those stacks, but hey, at least he got the kill after. Maybe try and get some vision down here too would be nice. They didn't have anything to drop, unfortunately. Currently, they have no vision across the river.
Well, that is potentially an issue, as Collapse right onto him. And do they have enough to kill? Yes, indeed. Can just keep running forward for more. I mean, they really don't have an answer for this on the side of Virtus.pro. It's basically just Coddle Blasts. And Mapochka, he steps up. If he's not careful. Good blinding light pushback. Well played.
Nice save, but in the end, the tower's still going to fall here. It's 3 points in the Kraken shell. Collapse has no concerns at all about being battered by this tower.
The tempo that they're playing at on Team Spirit is presenting a lot of issues for Virtus.pro. Yeah, Arcane Rune for Laurel. TP coming in immediately onto him. That's a good catch. The silence was there, right on point, but then the pushback, will it be enough to find the kill? Yes, it will. Oh, and that is what Virtus.pro needed. They find him. Mira now in trouble. Notice right onto him, tries to get that kill, and they are going to get it. Collapse has to back out as Virtus.pro bring 4.
Man, showing why they value this Spectre so highly.
Yeah.
To pick it that early, I mean, they won game 1, but they're getting value out of this Shadow Step that I would not have expected with the state that they're in. Picking up humongous kills, like picking up the Sven, then picking up the Invoker. It's the only thing keeping them in this game, and now it gets them up to that Blade Mail as well. As they go right back to farming, try and progress to that next item here. Hoping for the Boots of Travel onto Squadix, so that'll obviously help a lot when it comes to actually playing off of Noticed, who has committed to the realm.
Yes, I'm keeping my eyes on this, and Spectre still have Radiance queued up. I mean,
it's not a great Manta Diffusal game.
No.
It's really not.
I mean, this is an issue. If he actually commits to the full Radiance, I mean, obviously gold lead being built up already by Team Spirit, it'd be even more of a detriment doubling up on that item.
It's fine. Everyone's just on fire.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's not how it works.
They're playing opposite sides of the map.
Well, smoke up now with 3 and having Shadow Step at the ready. Can they find anybody? Down bottom, Virtus.pro, Dark Willow and Sven. They spot Yadaro and manage to get away. Nicely played by Team Spirit, escaping just in time.
Good coverage there from Mira. Had one good Bedlam that unfortunately wasn't able to quite save him. Collapse, though, in a bit of a precarious position.
Yeah, they move in. Stun is there. Collapse starts to fall. They bring in Squadix, connection, but it's too hard to bring down the big watermelon.
The dead shot there. If Sage hits that dead shot, he's dead.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, one of the concerns about the support Muerta, you know? Got to hit that skill shot. If you miss it, a lot of people are going to survive, and sometimes you're doing it in a saving mechanism as well.
Right. Notice gives the tip to Laurel on the Misty MP. Notice is like, well, maybe it's not the best time for them so far. It's still a Spirit in a good position.
Yeah, and any viewers who are unaware, he is currently holding a point. You'll see this a lot with Wraith Kings. So basically, you might notice he has no ultimate. He can skill it whenever he feels like it's the right time to make sure he's going to reincarnate. Doesn't necessarily want to take the point if it's going to be a bad opportunity for his teammates to actually follow up. Wow. So he's not in too much trouble, just being, you know, as, again, like some of the panelists mentioned there, Sheep Six was saying, trying to play up as much as possible. You want to be like super greedy on this Wraith King. That's the entire point. Look at that damage.
They pump fake the Ravage too. Wanted to get something out of him. And Team Spirit, they might be turning up the fight pretty soon too. You've got Blink Dagger just completed on Yadaro for this Sven. They already have a Spirit Vessel done on Laurel.
And keep in mind that Dark Willow can throw the Bedlam on top of the Sven if he wants.
Jump, find FNG, in trouble, gone. Just like that, Team Spirit start the movement. Now down bottom, they're all kind of
Baboshka.
He found himself a tasty treat. This would be huge if they could get him. Connection, Root, Overgrowth, Sunstrike, everything dropping low, but the turret Kiritich almost gets away. But they say no.
Dude, what a great use of the 15-minute shard there from Aposhka, too. Just recognizing how they're going to be super spread on this map. They're going to have Wraith King over here, Spectre down here. I am just going to hunt Spectre this entire time. You know where she's going to play the whole time. And this is a strategy that I think it was Virtus.pro that were using it, where they kept going for this this tree for FNG, and he would always set up for the Spectre. But instead, they're using it on Team Spirit to just hunt and scout the Spectre instead.
It's really nice. And now coming in with such little HP on Aposhka, not feeling like it's going to matter. Does sidestep the Brambles, and that keeps him alive. On the side of the Coddle, as there was more help nearby. Fear tries to TP out. No way to break it. They forced everybody down to the very bottom corner of the map, and then they all just TP out. Team Spirit playing this map beautifully.
Collapse just continues to plant himself wherever he wants, has the pipe delivered to him from the courier, and now eyeing up that Blink Dagger so they can actually go for aggressive plays when they want. Off of something other than just a jump there.
Stun, 3 swipes and he's dead. Can they find more though? The turnaround on this would be big. They managed to bring him down. Yadaro falls. Signs of life for VP.
I mean, that's the thing. They have overwhelming magic damage right now, right? With this Solar Bind combined up with the Illuminate and some Spirit Vesseling. You might feel tanky on a Sven with some Warcry, but it's not going to help you all too much in those situations. So, good scouting from the Invoker to help set that up in the first place with the Forge Spirits. But maybe Yadaro regretting that one.
Still has that queued up. We'll see if the switch ends up happening. But right now, sitting pretty. And these side lanes not feeling safe because of that tree. Like
they're scanning.
Yeah, they know. Like, they know that they can just die so quickly, and they're just outside of the scan.
They have to get some ob-centric combos.
Yeah.
It's the only option right now.
Or do this, bring numbers down for Laurel. Gets him there with the silence, looks in for the stun, the Inkswell takes forever to come in, and now with the follow-up hit, they have enough. Laurel, very, very low, ends up dying.
Oh, they got him.
Connection for more, good dead shot. Just like that, Virtus.pro come back in, get a couple clutch kills.
Trying to free up this space right now is so important for Kiritich, as he is struggling on the net worth. As you can see, the lowest of all the cores in the game, not what you want for your Spectre. And probably just still trying to figure out exactly what to do to fully commit for the Radiant. I do feel like it's the only choice.
I mean, you think he knows at this point that
he knows.
The Wraith King has it.
I mean, he's got a blink too. I'd hope he knows.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
I think it's just the reality of the game.
Top tower is under attack.
Wow. Coming up on 19 minutes.
Nice.
Push back the
shot there.
Tries to TP out. Oh, just in time. Able to get out of there.
That was pretty cool. Obviously, one of the benefits there, being able to help yourself versus Shadow Realm. Notice makes his way through this jungle. There is a dire ward, so they're aware of where this Wraith King's moving through, but what's the plan here for Team Spirit? Looks like they want to push this bottom lane a little bit.
That's what it feels like, at least for now. Still very much stuck together. Can go for another Shadow Step play on Virtus.pro. Getting tier 2 items. Now heading in towards, I mean, again, you're just running right into Collapse.
He just does not care. He is just playing the wall right now.
Anywhere that they try and make a move, Collapse is there to stop their progress. And at least for the moment, they've only been able to take one tier 1 tower on the side of VP.
And now if you want to approach a tower, there's a Blink Dagger on a Tidehunter. And that is one thing where, you know, this lineup, sure, there's cooldown issues, no doubt about that, but they need those perfect setups there.
Look at how close that was.
That was crazy, actually.
Super close.
But yeah, it's super important that Sven starts the fight off the right way. I mean, that's obviously very important with the hero. You want to do as much damage as you can in the initial stun, and Ravage just extends that. You know, you can do a Ravage setup, get a few hits off, follow up with a stun. It also simplifies the game for Invoker and Dark Willow a lot. It can play off of this already aggressive Treant Protector with the Shard.
Getting closer and closer. And another smoke play by VP, hoping to find one at the same time that is happening. Miposhka is hunting, finds Sage, connects with the Overgrowth, and, well, they are just going to bring down the Muerta.
FNG just got a big upgrade, though. Level 10 has the -5-second Ink Swell cooldown and already has the Shard, too.
Okay.
So super helpful for them in these fights. They want to keep Notice swinging as much as possible, as well as just, like, moving through these fights.
They just haven't been able to find like a good fight for themselves. The movement from Team Spirit away and dodging the bad fights, it's been pretty clutch.
I think with the Shadow Step up, they could approach this mid tower and just count on Reincarnation.
Okay.
Looks like they're going to do it very casually.
I mean, yeah, just skeletons, that's it. And I mean, this again is something that Yadaro is comfortable stepping up himself to stop the push. The rest of his team smoking over towards him. Team Spirit are in complete control of this game. Smoked up. They're gonna head out. Kiritich bought the relic, and now they're running right into him. He's 1,000 gold away from the Radiance. They move in, they find him. Kiritich in trouble, goes for the haunt away down south though. Connects onto Laurel, now the jump, they chase him down, and now jumps away. He's back out of there. Miposhka collapsed, they're both onto him, wanting to find that kill to silence. He gave him the old do-si-do. We're in America now, baby. As they chase for more.
They actually get Mira.
One kill. Mira ends up going down. Can they get any more? Notice burning, slightly dying, and wants to deny himself. Maybe gets denied by the neutral creeps. Now, Sage back into it. That's 2 dead for 2, but one of them was a deny.
Oh, the pings.
What a wild fight.
Notice quickly realizing that the Wisdom Rune is up, but not taken here from Team Spirit. Just pinging it frantically right now.
And what a hold by Collapse in that instance to not pop the Ravage, because now you still don't feel safe going for these fights, and particularly when you lose the Muerta. So Team Spirit keeps the ball rolling. It still hasn't ballooned out into a big gold lead. As you can see, even these little fights here before they ended up losing one more, gold favoring VP.
Well, Squadix gets his first item in a long time as well, picking up that E-Blade, so gonna have some defense here up against Yadaro, just immediately jumping on top of him, as well as, of course, some aggressive potential.
Just like that. It's still waiting. The Radiance.
It's been a long wait.
It has been rough. Kiritich not having the game that he did in #1. As they do have an E-Blade done on the Coddle, which will help in trying to get towards that Hex. But a lot of net worth right now that's just not able to get the most out of it for him. 23 minutes. He had this, I think, 4 or 5 minutes earlier in game 1. Squax gets caught though. Tornado lift up, and now the stun. Virtus shows up. They're trying to kill off the Kato. Will they be able to? Soaking up the damage. Notice shows up and they take down 2.
Can they go for more?
Looking, thinking about it, hunting. Kiritich. Does he want to? It's a little bit too scary. He just wants to farm. Leave this man alone.
Yeah, notice that blink up in a few seconds. So maybe hoping that someone would get aggressive and he can go in for the big saving play. Has his ulti back up in 10 seconds. So chance they want to go for a aggressive play on the next Shadow Step, which is also in 15 seconds. So things certainly lining up here for Virtus.pro.
So they've hit their timings, but it should be noted if a fight happens 5-on-5, VP are basically down an extra, what, like 4,000 gold or something, because they have double radiance, right?
Yeah, if they're like stacked on top of each other, yeah.
Okay.
True. I mean, that is sort of, I mean, there's other, you know, you get 55 damage.
That's fair.
Right? You get some evasion.
Fair enough, fair enough. Do you think that Virtus.pro would want to try and go in for a battle now, like in terms of their timings and when they're hitting it?
Oh, collapse.
Kiritich got the shard. Oh my god. Not great when your carry gets it, but now the injection of gold, it helps him out a little bit. Collapse. I mean, he came in for 1 kill, wanted the Ravage, finally gets it now. Trying to escape, but the burn.
All right, the dead shot. Does he got the snipe?
He needs another hit. No, it takes off. The Phantom's embrace. Managed to find that stun. Yadro walks forward onto Notice, trying to bring him down. Gets swiped to death. Miposhka still hunting. Sunstrike getting vision. Sayich is nearby, and now Miposhka, he's gone out too far. Mira shows up, throws down the Bramble Maze. One last hit. Sidesteps it, the pushback. And then the DOT is enough to kill off Miposhka.
FNG's got to get some arcanes. I feel like he's struggling a little bit here. Oh, he has to go for the gem. Someone called him out. He was running to the secret shop.
Yeah.
Desperately out of mana here. Trying to help out, of course, versus this frustrating Invoker. But, yeah, need that gem. Try and secure things. And, yeah, like you said, getting the shard on Kiritich. A plan coming together, perhaps.
Yes.
Maybe this was their plan all along.
That's right. Just sack the net worth so he gets a free shard.
Genius stuff coming out here, and that's going to put him right over top of the Wraith King here. Shadow Step defensively almost at this point.
Kiritich ends up killing himself on Mira. I mean, that's a nice way to save your buddy. Pop Blade Mail and run into it. Dude, have they turned a corner? Virtus.pro starting to look good.
It's, you know, what did Rezo say? Just don't go aggressive. You know, Collapse just wants to burn an ulti on a Wraith King here under a tier 2 tower.
Yeah. Ends up getting punished, and you can see Dota Plus, they're believers. They're believers.
Oh, it's Spectre. Don't even put it away. All right. Dota Plus and Spectre, there's something going on there.
You're not wrong. Well, a Shadow Blade into a Silver Edge going to be completed for Yadro. And that will definitely look to try and swipe her down to size. Already the rest of VP is back and hiding out. Now, Roche is up.
Yeah, definitely what both teams are thinking about at the moment.
Still have a while before that's going to switch sides. Kiritich, Yasha done. After getting that Radiance, net worth has definitely started to balloon up. But they're going to go on into the pit.
All right, not feeling like they have the opportunities here. They're going to scan just to make sure. The Radiant scan, they say, hey, they're doing Roche right now, but I mean, this is one of those situations, too, where obviously the old version of Haunt, or now the Agnum's version of the ultimate is kind of cool. Right. If you don't have vision, you can't do anything, but there's no way they're going into this fight anyway. It's only the first stages. And it goes on Yadro, who, I mean, Sven kind of notoriously not the best Aegis hero anyway.
Yeah.
Since you're not going to have a second transformation.
It does sort of feel, too, as if Virtus.pro are pretty content with just farming up on all their heroes. I mean, we talked about it a ton in the draft. Very greedy across the board. Yadro comes on in, cleans up those illusions, and now they manage to find him. Look at this. They're ripping him to shreds. Doesn't have God Strength, doesn't have anything. Can they kill him again?
They don't even bother.
Like it. Yeah, they're just happy with that. He's just gone.
Yeah. Just get rid of it. He's got BKB after, you don't have to mess with that. You don't know what kind of follow-up is coming from Collapse because he does have that Ravage just locked and loaded. Excellent use of the Shadow Step here and that Vision. Looks like Sayich also wants to kind of play around that Vision a little bit here too. I don't think they want to necessarily give it up. I mean, Shadow Step's back in 10 seconds. It just feels endless at this point in the game, right?
Yeah.
You never feel safe in these situations.
It's such a scary hero, and getting closer and closer to the Manta being done, that's going to mean that, you know, your Treant or your Dark Willow, as you try and run away, you've still got these illusions following you that are going to take you down, and then into Haunt.
Yep. having a way out of that overgrowth too.
Well, now, only 1,000 gold separating the two teams, and Team Spirit, after having lost the Aegis, you can't feel too comfortable. It feels like they're wanting to make a big move here. It's going to be a tough game for them from this point forward, even though they have this very farmed Sven. If he can hit away, though, that could be their recipe for success.
This gem as well that they've had on the side of Virtus.pro. FNG just helping to clear up a lot of this vision, so they don't see all too much. They have one good ward that they've just placed up ahead of them.
More chat.
That sentry is spotting the invisible Sven running around there tier 2.
Okay. Yeah, they know. Gonna probably need to take that one out of there. But dodging, Virtus.pro heads up to the top side of the map. And Laurel on the hunt. Not really any global heroes that he can rely upon in the similar fashion of the Spectre. He kind of has to be the one there with the Sunstrike help.
Are they gonna run into Notice and Sage up here?
They're looking.
Creep camp's gone.
Tornado not on the mark. Just a little bit late.
Yeah, blinking into some camps that Skellies are clearing up. Yadro just making sure that he's not still around, but that means he's come up here. They're gonna miss out on some farm, but they're about to respawn anyway.
They haven't been shut out of the map. VP are clean now. They're absolutely on it.
Now the next big upgrade is probably Squadix's Scythe.
Yeah.
Try and break up these fights. Of course, there's some insane targets that you could get. You know, maybe you have vision on Collapse. All right, maybe you break his initiation coming in. Maposhka as well. If he just gets caught on a sentry ward, that could be a quick Scythe just to ensure they don't get a solid setup there from the overgrowth.
Well, and the real problem, too, that you're going to see, I think, for Spirit is that while Maposhka can find those, like, pick-off hunting plays, a lot of the heroes that you would be most important to pick off, you're not going to be able to kill with just him. You're going to need that Invoker there, potentially.
Look at Kirtish's illusion on the bottom lane right now.
Yeah.
What a hero. Just running it all the way down here behind tier 2. Farming up entire waves.
Yeah.
Yep, don't worry about me. Just going to park this here.
That's so annoying to play.
Catapult.
Yeah, and he's burning through it. So they will be able to claim the Tormentor, but Kiritich is really causing issues. The Spectre hurt early, but...
It's actually getting another full wave.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
I mean, that's what happens. You let it sit there, it's just going to keep doing its thing.
Wait. Hold. Ah, beautiful.
And yeah.
Okay, nothing else is happening anyway. We can watch these. It's fine.
No, they're comfy. Absolutely. I mean, this is the problem, though, is like, eventually... Maposhka just wants to do something. He's moved command onto him and comes back in for the finish. Dude, it's devastating. It's just death over and over again for these 4 supports.
It's just weird to expect it to be some like long cooldown or something after, and you look at the hero and you're like, oh, it's back in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
You know, by the time everything cleans up.
When you get to this stage against these types of heroes, it really does not feel like it's that many answers. But they do have Aghanim Scepter now done for Invoker, and Cataclysm, that should be enough to get kills on these other guys. I mean, you know, barring their ability to escape from an Overgrowth.
Yeah, the setup's pretty nasty. Between Ravage, Overgrowth, Sven Stun.
Yeah.
There's a good chance you get caught inside multiple Sun Strikes.
Muerta at least has a Force Staff, but Grimstroke...
Oh, mid lane, Squadix out. There it is. Oh,
they have enough to get him. They don't quite. Can't connect. Yadro. Now to back away. Notice is going to be there with the stun, long duration dodge, the tornado, but heals back up immediately. And now Collapse there too. Do they have enough to burn him down one time? They will. Everybody grouped together, 4 of them to the side. Notice still way too far forward as the fear connects.
He's dead.
And they will punish that hard. Now that is Aghanim Scepter done on Wraith King, so he's going to live a little longer, but Team Spirit, they got what they came for.
Yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye on that one. If you're new to Dota, welcome. This guy gets an Aghanim Scepter, and then when people die, they don't die. They become ghosts. Then they still cast all their spells.
It's very spooky.
Yeah, I mean, it's October.
That's right.
It's kind of on theme.
I like it. Halloween coming around. I mean, we did also see there the Yadro Satanic start to become an issue, but mid lane.
Oh, smoke. That got spotted by Obs.
Oh, well played, Maposhka. Nicely done. They have Haunt now, too.
Oh, they do indeed. No Notice, though, so...
Collapse got stomped by the Centaur.
Maposhka still scouting, sees the rotation, Collapse immediately jumps.
Jump in, drops the anchor on him. Laurel immediately caught upon. Yadaro too. Kiritich thinks about chasing from
he's
more.
at deep.
Onto Laurel, taking a lot of damage, continues
he's
to
still
haul
at
around, tries to jump away. There's nowhere left to go. In trouble, Kiritich, but he's in the man out. Force staff keeps him alive. And just like that, they might have gone in too far. But wait a minute, Yadaro, the E-Blade, he's still healing back up. FNG is dead. Can they look for more? Muerta also in trouble. Notice starts to fall, drops him into the Meteor Hammer. Notice is going to get burned down to death. Do they have enough to quite kill him off? Still trying to back away, but the Ag Scepter coming in, Wraith King keeping himself alive, but can't do anything. They end up finding 2 for 1. Team Spirit, they're just team fighting better.
What an absolutely sick play from Yadaro to come back in there with the Satanic. He must have been at what, 10, 15% HP?
Right.
Jumps right back in. Kind of a light panic moment there for a second because he tries to life steal and then someone got E-bladed, but he turns to the next target, immediately back up to full HP.
I mean, definitely could have died rapidly if he did not manage to get off those couple of swipes. And you can see he's doling out the majority of this damage.
And it's always scary to get these big, huge carries alongside something like Alacrity too.
Yeah.
Just get really out of control. And now 25 seconds until the Roche. They've kind of secured a lot of their position on the map right now from Team Spirit. Unfortunately, we're not able to drop too many wards again here. Had run out, plus somebody had been dewarded there from the gem they had for a really long time. I'm guessing that got stolen though, and yeah, maybe?
Essentially.
I can't find it.
Double, well, rather Wisdom.
Oh no, they got it.
Okay, they got it back up.
It was saved. Sage has it.
That's 25 for Yadaro. So gets the God Strength damage. And of course, Roche, it's going to be a minute and a half away as he finishes off the MKB. So no more evasion issues or mischance.
And they're immediately up here just setting and prepping. It will be a dire Roche. It's 35 minutes now, so there's no doubts about that. Dude, Warcry, Yadaro, moving forward here. They want to see if they can find somebody. Maposhka wants to be scouting up ahead.
They're moving.
He does.
Invis, they just dropped that Sentry Ward down. They see him immediately. Yadaro turns, they already got the Hex. And now the dead shot, the silence, the chase, that vision, but turns it. Lotus Orb keeps him alive. Notice gets stunned back on himself. Catches him there with the anchor. Collapse, still wants to bring down Notice. The fight off to the side. Can they find any more? He's dropping lower, but they get Noticed out of trouble.
They have a Scythe coming on Collapse's Courier as well. It's on its way.
Dark Willow, Mira in far. They have great vision though. Ogre Seal Totem looking forward, catches only one with the fear. Now Kiritich shows up, finds Mira immediately onto him. Yadaro dies, but the Cataclysm, the damage, it's almost enough, and it is! Squadex assembles the Aeon Disc, but the stun is going to be there onto 3. One of them, and now the Hex onto both of them. Connection, the fear, starts to fall lower and lower and lower. They're going to throw out all their damage, but it's not enough to take down Yadaro. Yadaro standing tall, streaming forward, finding another kill. He backs out. Squadex and Kiritich, they got to get out of here. There's only a couple left, and they can.
Oh, the anchor!
Down. They connect onto him. Anchor down, leashed up, starting to fall. Kiritich nowhere else to go as the tornado is going to kill him off. Laurel with the triple kill and no buybacks.
Oh, they're slowly whittling down in that fight. It was getting a little bit scary, I gotta say. Kiritich just dodging all over, Roots in there, trying to control up Yadaro, but he consistently found the damage. And this time, though, as you can see from the damage numbers, it was time for Laurel to finally show up and try and help out there. Mostly with that Cataclysm, getting a good opportunity to start there. Great assembly from Squadex to manage to survive so long in that.
That was super close.
Yeah. Oh, the Martyr's play from Collapse.
Interesting. I mean, they're hitting it. That Dead in the Water, it's really showing up and providing a ton of value. And like we said, with that Hex there too, you're in a scary position as we'll take another look at it.
This whole fight is just so chaotic. Like, here just comes in at first, the Shadow Step can't finish off Mira, so he just goes into the Realm. Cataclysm absolutely nukes down FNG, barely survives.
That assemble,
actually, sorry, just Wraith King. Yeah, that was
right before the right click came in.
Yeah, Squadex barely surviving on that one, and then Kiritich just like dances up on the cliff for a little while. Jumps over to Maposhka, almost dies to Yadaro right here, but there's a root. Nice Atos topped out there from Sage. That's what that was. And then Laurel also almost goes down, just so close.
And that Dead in the Water, keeping him leashed and nowhere to go. I mean, the dispersion you can see here too with that shard doing a ton of damage back onto the rest of Team Spirit, but they just haven't been able to keep their heroes alive long enough for it to fully work. Man, 12,000 gold lead now as Team Spirit Aegis Cheese in hand. We'll have to see how they want to take the fights better. I mean, again, it's been even. The vision has felt slightly into the favor of Team Spirit in that last fight. Dark Willow able to get the ward up on the high ground.
Yeah.
Mira, clutch play.
Yeah, you do have the advantage of the haunt at the very least. So that will be helpful, but that's only once every 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So need those big ideas. Those really good fights for the haunt. Make sure it's on the right one. For now, Team Spirit feeling very comfortable, right? Although we've seen some issues going high ground this morning.
Oh yeah.
As well as like throughout the rest of this event.
And really, I think that as long as they can play sort of, you know, their safe version of Dota right now on Team Spirit, don't go too wild. You know, you can be comfortable at this stage just holding the map, trying to build up more of a gold lead, not necessarily having to take crazy fights, but if they come to you like this, it could work. But Poshka, he's gonna be found. Can they get more? Collapse, notice, right on top of him, starts to fall. Yadaro, Hex, do they have any follow-up? Now the Soulbind onto 2, the root, the fear, the connection, the damage coming in already from Squadix. Kiritich is isolated away from the rest of his team. Now he haunts back in. Notice still hasn't died. So keeping him fine, another really solid dead shot. The burn, the cheese pass over Laurel, gonna to him. Shows up for a moment. And that's gonna be the one life down, Tornado lift up. And in the end, a lot of battle, a lot of damage, only one kill.
All right, you'll take that. I mean, it's only 70 seconds on the Wraith King ulti, so not too bad at this point in the game.
Just throwing out the illusions down these lanes. And Team Spirit, they've been here before in these late game scenarios when it gets to a game 3 in a clutch series. Are Virtus.pro going to be able to deal with the pressure and stand up against this as we get later and later?
I mean, it's been a lot of Dark Willows that have had to go for the core build so far in the past like month or so, right? Lots of Midas, Aghanims. This game, it's kind of feeling like Sage might have to try and find a path there, right?
Yeah.
You already see the items queued up. Dragonlance, Hurricane Pike, going towards a Gleipnir later on after this Atos. It feels like they need more damage. I mean, this is part of the problem of having that Coddle mid a little bit, right? Like, these late game fights, you're watching this Satanic happen. Oh my goodness, that was a DD spin, that was scary. Look at this Alacrity.
It does, I mean, he's hitting what, that's 600 or so? Just base without popping God Strength?
And they still don't have any dispels, right? I mean,
This man is a monster.
a little bit brutal.
But flip side, if they can catch and control Yadaro and kite him away, that could be one of the avenues to success. He's a lot of their damage. And that's where you get the value of the dead in the water, but he steps forward and just absolutely chunks him down. Yadaro ready for a second life, but the dead shot to push him away and the stun. Virtus.pro, they dodge from the hits. Yeah, you can see Yadaro doesn't care about anything.
Squadix TPing into this tower, dangerous.
Looking, he's in trouble. Aeon Disc wants to back away. Dead shot to get him out of there, but Miposhka is right on top. Cataclysm, Force Staff, keeping him alive. Can he get out of there? Ravage connects, pushes onto 2. He's gone. They take down that Coddle. Now look for more. Finding kill after kill. And I mean, Laurel, he's taking some damage from the Wraith King Ghost, but it won't be enough to get the kill. Team Spirit know what it takes to close out the games, and they're doing it right here.
No haunt for 22 seconds. Shadow Test is about to come back up, though, but they're going to have to use these buybacks.
They're going to need them.
Team Spirit is going to do way too much damage to this high ground.
The buyback comes already from Coddle after a misplay on his TP in. Forced into that, and an Aeon Disc now for Grimstroke too. Kiritich, he steps in. It's just not feeling like he has enough to stop Collapse, any of them.
It's crazy how that Scythe just paid off completely in that single move, you know?
Yadaro waiting, looking, wanting it. Ready for the jump in, finds him, but Squadix keeps him alive. Good Inkswell, gets him out of trouble. And with another buyback, that will be enough to force Team Spirit to retreat.
It takes everything.
Yeah.
Stayush with the Force Staff, Inkswell coming in there from FNG alongside his own E-Blade, all just to stop this potential of a Sven just tearing you apart, and he didn't even utilize the God Strike.
No. 19 to 22, and the gold lead accelerating into the favor of Team Spirit. Another item just feels like it's going to erupt out of Yadro.
And they got their two buybacks that they wanted, the Coddle and the Wraith King. So now you want to utilize this Train Protector as much as you can, alongside this Invoker too. Two heroes that can kind of sneak around the map and try and set up a kill on one of these two heroes. And that's just immediately going to send you high ground. And they got time too, right? Roche is back in 2 minutes. Might as well play for that. And it's a nullifier next year for Yadro. So certainly going to be the thing that SquadX was fearing.
And the recipe for success for Virtus.pro, obviously trying to farm, trying to get into those items, hoping Muerta becomes a hero, and maybe finding a pickoff. But if they run at you like this with 5 heroes, Mira jumps in, collapse, there too, they're under vision, but FNG says, I don't want to be here anymore. TP out, they do force the overgrowth.
Yeah, Kiritich reality is to Laurel, and is still chasing him a bit here. That's a bold TP next to the Invoker.
That is not what you wanted to do. He's in way too far. The Hex is there. Kiritich brought down. Oh no. The nerves coming and hitting this young team, and for Team Spirit, an opportunity to force another buyback.
Just had no real way out of there. Was pressed up against the wall, down to the bottom of the map. Tried to find a desperation maneuver out of there with the reality, but Invoker just got too many spells.
Oh yeah.
And now he's got more.
The refresher done. All right, we might start to see some crazy stuff as they get the deny on that ward. Open for an opening. Yadro jumps in, stun, Inkswell, Aeon Disc doesn't stand a chance. Immediately brought down. Team Spirit standing tall, keeping this moving going, and well, Collapse is not walking away. They're all up on the high ground. They're all ready for more battle.
He's got 2 Ravages.
And they are gone. Don't have much left in the tank. Spirit here to play. Alacrity spend, beating buildings. They do have buyback on Kiritich, but don't want to use it. Coddle also dead for 90 without anything in the tank. So they will claim another tier 3 tower. I mean, it feels like they're gonna have to give up Megas now if they don't want to buy back. 10 seconds away, stun, delaying for all that they're worth. But of course, one step too far forward and the rest of Virtus.pro could also be dead. Roche is up in 8 seconds. Thinking, they get the dead shot, connection. Now, last tier 3 tower alive, stepping forward onto Notice, down to half HP. Kiritich jumps forward, starts to bring him low. Will it be enough? No, the Terrorize is there. They have their answer. Fear pushes back Yadro, but the stun, the Ravage, the Cataclysm ×2. It's too pretty. Double Ravage, double Cata. Keep looking for more. Notice is about to fall again. He's going to come back into green light, but then there's not a whole lot left in the tank. Poshka still hasn't been hit. That is Mega Creeps. Team Spirit's the favorites coming in. A triple kill as they taunt their way towards the victory. Not a whole lot left for Virtus.pro. They have looked so good this entire time. GG is finally called. Team Spirit. They did not lose a game leading up to today, and Virtus.pro did push them to the limit, but Team Spirit came out on top.
Yeah, they showed they can bleed, but could not finish the job there, despite having a chance in that game too, and that's gotta hurt.